How's it going, Tim?
Hey, pretty good, Chad. Hogs got a big win Saturday night.
Hell yeah, man. Went in there and played Tennessee, put it on them. So that was, that was pretty badass. I was, I remember I was caught up doing something. So, oh yeah, I was watching Joe Biden become president, and so I missed the first, half right there. But I got in for that second half. But I remember you were texting me and stuff, and you said never ever go back and watch that first half, whatever you do. So I haven't watched it yet.
Still no reason not to.
So I probably should have went back, rewound it. But maybe since you sat through that, you can, kind of walk us through it. I mean, it's not like there was any scoring or anything. So
Yeah, not from us. I mean, nothing. I think we only had a couple possessions. We just let Tennessee move down the field, but then they had two 50-yard field goals,
hmm
and then had a pretty good drive against us, but they didn't score from then on out. So, what would you rather be, a first half team or second half team? And I guess if you want to go back and watch the first half and see how bad it was, to make you appreciate that third quarter where
hmm
we're just scoring, just put it out of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember coming in at halftime and just being like, we're moving the ball up and down the field. We're playing really well. We're spreading it around.
Yeah.
Felipe Franks looks really good, making touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? And
hmm
I just remember that was part of the conversation. Was like, phew, you couldn't believe how they turned it around. So I guess there was great halftime adjustment. So you gotta, give it to the coaches for that. And even the defense. To make whatever adjustment they make to shut them out for the
Yeah,
rest of the game.
exactly.
Uh,
Yeah.
so, you know.
You see him making adjustments, and obviously, that's the second kind of time they've done that in a win over Auburn. We were down
hmm
17-0, and then from then on out, I mean, we start chasing points from then on out. We had that we just got rolling, and we got rolling in that third quarter.
hmm
We still obviously got to find, if we're going to beat teams like Florida and Alabama, you got to score. Start scoring earlier, not waiting. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But hell of a game. I can't take anything away from, like Tennessee was desperate for that win. Like
Yeah.
Coach Pruitt's on the hot seat, desperate for that win. Like everything they had, they were coming off a bye week as well. Everything they had was coming to try to go to Fayetteville and win.
hmm Yeah, I guess, you look at these scoring plays, it's pretty interesting. You got the Mike Woods pass and then the Kern, pass. Um, Getting it over to Traylon Burks. Again, I mean, just Felipe just working it, right? Just making it
hmm
happen. It's good to see.
Yeah, Felipe's looked so good. I mean, just besides that Georgia game, has looked so smooth, just not making mistakes.
hmm
Shows off his arm, has control of the offense, just complete control of it. When
hmm
he gets in rhythm, and that offense moves up and down the field, it's really nice to see. It's got potential to keep. Like, we haven't even unlocked our potential,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Felipe's that's a guy. I'm really glad he came here.
Yeah, he's a
No.
next level quarterback.
He
I think
looked good,
he'll.
but he looked good in that, like those passes, like you were saying, Chad, like and also great for Kern to get his first touchdown as a Razorback. But he just showed, I mean, finding the tight end, spreading it around.
Mhm.
Woods with some big catches, and Burks, of course, that play was beautiful. But yeah, heck of
Yeah.
a game for France.
Now I agree with you. I think you can tell that Felipe is going to be playing on Sundays, so that's
Yeah,
exciting to have that quality of a quarterback out there. And like you said, how smart he's been with the ball and how well he's managed the team, and really he has just done a wonderful job of stepping in as a leader. Uh, and you just can't say enough about the kid. You know, I know that a lot of folks, in Florida had some negative things to say or whatnot. So
I mean, they had booed him. I mean, when he was playing for Florida, and I guess he led him to a comeback and had to tell his own crowd to, shut the hell up, stop booing after a win. But yeah, it's just Florida fans. They don't deserve them, man. Oh man, I know we're talking about the Tennessee game, but I'm excited for Felipe to get a chance. But I mean, just efficient, man. 18 out of 24, 215 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's still running. He's running the ball. He's showing he can run a little bit. You know what I mean? And that's also a part of the game. That's and like you were saying about Sundays, he's going to be on at least Trout radar. Because of his arm and experience with Florida. But he's definitely played his way into getting drafted. That's exciting.
Yeah. And we had a rushing touchdown too, so that's good. Also.
Yeah, absolutely.
195 yards rushing, so not bad at all.
Yeah, it's in 2 games in a row. We did that against A&M. So 2 games in a row we've ran the ball.
Yep, 107 passing. So yeah, it's exciting.
But yeah, I mean, it was a really good game. It was just a tale of 2 halves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. The third quarter I could just watch that. Like, I wouldn't have to watch the rest of the game. I'd be okay with just watching the third quarter.
I can't say enough how impressed I was with Smith, Traylon Smith, and how well he's been running the ball.
Oh,
and I don't understand why he isn't. I don't understand why he's not in number 1 running back at this point, because he's just running better than Raheem. I hate that for Raheem, but it just seems to be the truth at this point. Don't you think? I mean, Smith is really, every time he touches it, he's getting some chunks of yard. He's getting some land.
Yeah, and Traylon, I mean, it speaks for itself. 9 carries, 72 yards, doesn't lose a yard. I mean, you like seeing that. No matter when he touches the ball, you're not going to lose a yard. It's always going to be, either a push play or you're getting some positive yards. And he averages 8 yards a carry. Boyd gets twice as many carries as Traylon did, has less yards, has losses, plays from loss, and then
he's only averaging 3 yards.
7. Yeah, only averaging 3 yards, and he's got some tough yards, and I'm glad. I like Raheem, but again, Traylon's just playing better right now. I think Traylon needs the 19 carries, and Boyd get 10.
Mm-hmm. And then you always like to see those skewed numbers where you got De'Vion Warren running it up.
Yeah, now, that looks pretty good. That's 2 carries for. One was 22 and one was 19.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. He's
getting some land. I like it.
Yeah, he's kind of been quiet receiving the ball, but it's nice to see he's using them in different ways to make the most out of them. So that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course, Felipe looked good, 215, but he was sacked 4 times. So, Again, offensive line, man, he's on his back a lot. Let's see if we can get that down to 2, 1 per half. How about that?
Yeah, that's the thing about, I know playing Florida this week, it's not, they have a bunch of guys that's had sacks all year. It's, that can't happen, man. 4 sacks is rough. You got to keep him because he's got enough of an arm to make up. If he sits back there eventually, he's going to find somebody to be able to launch it. Some part of the defense going to break down. He's going to hit somebody wide open, just for a little bit more protection. It just stands up and delivers it. But offensive line it's got to get better, and I think we got to. But Morris just did not leave us. Bielema didn't leave him any like a big stack full of offensive line. So
yeah,
got to really rebuild that.
That's true. Well, you got Burks out there, catching some passes, and Mike Woods and Kern, all of them getting some nice long passes, some bombs. Even Henry to some degree, 10-yard pass. That's not too bad. So.
Yeah, Henry. It seems like that. It seems like less, but it seems like 2 of them, 2 out of 3 at least, were for first. On a 3rd and 3, and he's getting just enough to get the first down. But he was in and out of the game, kind of limping.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kern came in. I mean, yeah, awesome for him getting that first touchdown, and yeah, I know some big catches on that first drive. I believe in the third quarter when we first got on the board. And Traylon Burks, the man who hog hunts with a knife, he's just up there. Just
Wasn't that the craziest damn thing?
Burks is dominate, man. He's only going to be here this year, next year, and he's going to the pros, man. He's a beast, man.
Dude, those announcers said he goes out with a buck knife, or wrestles a hog down without a gun, kills it with that knife, barehanded, takes it home and eats it. That's badass.
Oh yeah, he's from Warren, man. He's from South Arkansas. That's just awesome, just chasing it down.
That's crazy. That's a little crazy, man.
That is crazy, man. But that's
maybe I move him to middle linebacker.
Yeah, I bet he can play both. Man. He looks like
let him play both.
They're always showing like he's always like fishing and stuff, man. I like that. It's got a.
I do too.
Actually, not love that. Just from Arkansas, from South Arkansas.
Oh, I agree. He's
a badass receiver, hog hunts with a bare hands and with a knife. Who likes fishing, man? I mean, it's just hard not to root for a guy like that. He belongs on Sam Pittman's team.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, so yeah, that's pretty much the game there. You got, AJ Reed kicking a couple field goals. So
yeah, missing that 21-yarder though in the first half. That's definitely what you don't need to see. 21-yard field goal.
Yeah, you got to make that. You got one job, right? 21 yards.
But he makes a 48-yard. I mean, come on.
Was it on the hash or something?
Yeah, I think hit it for me. That was man. I don't know.
Still,
it didn't look good. But, yeah, I mean, just what can you say, man? I mean, it's
yeah.
And we got a couple interceptions for we didn't have any turnovers against A&M, and look, when we forced turnovers, got a lot better shot to win.
We don't return the ball very well. I wish we could do that a little bit better.
Yeah, we really just haven't. I mean, like Burks I think he'd be pretty dang. I mean, he just doesn't get many chances. You know what I mean? He's always like kick returns. Either somebody's kicking out of bounds or, you know what I mean, or kicking out of the end zone. Seems like you get less chances with them moving the kickoffs up. But yeah, we haven't seen I'd love to see a punt or kick return for a touchdown.
Hell yeah, me too.
At least like a big 40-yarder to get us down the other side of the field. Just momentum. Yeah. First play of the game, first kickoff. They kick off and we take it all the way back. Warren or Burks just.
I totally agree. Well, Bumper Pool looked good again. He had 6 solos. 8 assists, 14 tackles. So, you like to. I know he's playing linebacker and whatnot. I'd still wish I'd maybe blitz him every once in a while. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, the pressure's been lacking, man. So it's
yeah.
We 2 sacks on the day, but
I ain't got nowhere to talk. We're shutting people out in the second half and
stuff
like that. Yeah. So just keep doing your thing. Don't listen to me, Barry. Yeah. It's just a thought that kind of came through my mind.
Oh, I mean, I would think they would say they haven't been perfect, man. Wouldn't you say, we want?
Yeah. I mean, anybody would want to improve at this point, right?
Yeah. How good is it if you could talk to yourself last year and be like, "Hey, Chad, and from a year from now, we're going to have a team that shuts out SEC opponents in the second half." What do you think about that? Take me there now, Yeah,
absolutely. We saw it. We knew it was coming. We told you when the coaching change happened, this was going to happen. We told you we had the players. We told you that the dude that was here before actually had a really good recruiting class. Like, we got everything we need. We got the weapons. We just needed the coaches. And now we got them. Wait till next year when it's like a normal year,
Yeah, no kidding. This program's just built so much positive because so many people are watching college football. And there's only going to be like 3 SEC games Saturday. So we're going to get to kind of like we're going to be the marquee game side of it. You know what I mean? There's not going to be a 2:30 CBS game. Alabama LSU got postponed or whatever. Some other games got postponed, but we like 3 SEC games. We're playing primetime ESPN, so we got a chance to, really show something. Hey, take advantage of only not a packed out Florida crowd.
Oh, I agree. Oh, then we get to play. You think about Catalan and how he did. He had a good game. 6 solos, 6 assists, 12 tackles. From
not playing. From not playing against or going out against A&M with that targeting. He's the second leading tackler and getting the forced fumble and a interception, the game-ending interception.
Yeah.
So really good what he means in the defensive backfield.
And then you got Grant Morgan right with him with 5 solos, 7 assists, 12 tackles. And the thing about it is like these 3 are your like anchor for your defense. They're like the heartbeat of the defense. They're really good. But Fouché, I mean, he's good too. I mean, he's done an excellent job. And Coates.
Coates getting us.
Hey, I like Brooks Jr. a lot. I'm always like, why is he so low?
I remember he had one of a really great pass breakup in this game. It was big, I think, on 3rd down or so, that really stopped a drive. And haven't heard much from Hudson Clark, but Marshall getting in the backfield, and Gregory had that interception off on the ground, man. In fact, able to get the tip.
Nice.
Yeah, Fouché getting a sack and another tackle for loss. Xavier Kelly, or the transfer from Clemson, I hadn't seen a whole lot of him this year, but making a big, tackle for loss in that game.
When we played Clemson in the national championship, that's going to be a good story.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Bama's got to lose what? No. Yeah, we got to beat Bama. I wish they'd lose one more time.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I want to beat them whenever they're at their best, man.
Let them go to the SEC championship and lose to Florida, but we beat Florida and Bama, so they put us in, right? Like, how could you not put in Arkansas at that point? 8-2 Arkansas, or 8-2 Arkansas. Just skip the SEC. I keep doing this every time. And last week I was like, I got put in my place. You know what you're getting. We're homers, man. There's negative podcasts and people being realists and stuff out there. Listen to them.
I mean, we're realists, man. Like our predictions aren't way off, man. If we win, 3 more games, we'll hit the 6, like we were talking about. And if you count the Auburn game, we really only need 2 more. So it's hard not to count that Auburn game. I mean, I feel like we won that.
Yeah, I feel like we I think you got to count that. But look, I mean, you predicted 28-14. The game was 24-13. So pretty good close prediction there.
Cool.
You said it last week when I picked 21. You were like, I want to pick a little better defensive effort. You said 14, and you were right on the money for calling that. So excited to hear your score prediction later on. But I mean, a solid second half from the defense. I mean, they weren't really just breaking in the first half, but we was good. It is a concern that we're not really stopping the run, or we didn't in the first half. We didn't do that against A&M. So we've got to kind of shore that up. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I think we're doing good. I think, we'll make adjustments and stuff. Anytime we can shut out a SEC team the second half, that's a good defense. Only letting them put up 13 points, that's a hell of a defensive team, right? Yeah. And then the offense just going out there and doing what they need to do. What I keep saying, I'd like to see 28, right? We got 24. It's close enough. What we did what we needed to do.
That is 4 scores.
So.
But yeah, pretty good. I mean, just a good game, man. I'm happy with the hard fought. I mean, it just feels good to shut out somebody that. It's just like you end on that note of a shutout. So, damn good game. Anytime we beat Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I like Tennessee and everything, but it's always good to beat them.
We don't get to play them all the time, so it's like, well, we'll never know.
Mm-hmm. So, but it was a fun game, and we came out on top. Made it even better for us. And now we got to go play Florida. And gosh dog it, why do we always play Florida when they're good? Only loss is to A&M. I mean, why? Why don't we ever play them on like an off here?
Well, the one time we did play them on off year, me and you went to that game at the Swamp. Beelan was first year, and they had Muschamp. And it wasn't a great year for them, but we blew that game. We had a lead in that game.
We had a lead and just gave it up, man.
Classic. That's when you knew like Beelan ain't gonna work out. A couple games in, it's like, oh man, I don't know, man.
It was just bad play calling.
We just messed that game up, man. Stopped using Alex Collins just trying to throw crazy passes out to him instead of just keep running to him, running the ball. It's homecoming.
Yeah,
that was cool to watch. I mean, cool to go see in Arkansas, Florida. But that's the only time. And last time we played them, 2016, they were like number 10 in the nation, so they were a pretty good team, and we didn't.
We almost got in a fight in the stands. Remember that?
Oh yeah, Florida fans were just like. I mean, not even like I expect some good, like I'm not happy to see any opposing fans in my stadium either, but yeah, I mean, they're just kind of, what you expect. Like, insults weren't even funny. You know what I mean? They're just like,
well,
calling the Hogs, they're like, what are you doing, jazz hands? And it's like,
yeah. And then we got calling
the Hogs.
Yeah, I felt like they got a little bit racist with, we got our friend and he's black, he's with us, and we're all chilling and hanging out, and I think they felt like that, like they had a problem with that or something. It felt like.
Yeah, I like we were just like really hanging out. Like, we're just like had been eating pizza and watching football and just like drinking a couple beers and some homebrew probably, and just going over there a little short drive, like just walking through campus, ready to win it. Like had a chance, and they were. I think that I'm pretty sure I know who those guys voted for that were
just all relaxed and everything.
Corrado would have whipped their ass. It would have helped, man. They didn't want any.
Well, I'm glad we didn't have to do that, but it almost came down to it.
You had your wife and son there. You know what I mean? You didn't want to have to fight in front of the old lady.
Yeah, but it almost got there.
You would have had to, though.
Almost got there. So, and then there was that guy that was in front of us at the Arkansas game. After that, what was up with that? It was like 2 times in a row.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. He had too much or something. He was yelling at his girl. That was. I thought we were gonna have to go down there and say something.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Not the way that was working out. So.
You gotta watch out for those things. Yeah, football. I mean, there's some crazy folks out there. Yeah, but like you're saying, we always play them good, and they're pretty number 5 in the nation. So, Georgia. They just played Georgia in the big game for the East last weekend. Got down 14-0 Georgia, and just from then on out, outscored them quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. This is it's going to be interesting. You're playing Dan Mullen. You've played him before. You've had success, against this team whenever his teams when he was at, Mississippi State. So, I think we can go in there and possibly pull out an upset. I don't know. They're playing really well this year. It's going to be a tough game. I think it'll be a close one. I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything like that. But it's going to be a tough win if we win it. I mean, we're going to really fight for it,
Yeah, we keep getting matched up against these the third year in the program coaches. Like Mullen's in his 3rd season at Florida, so he's got a chance to make it his program. kind of build it back up from McElwain.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing A&M or Pruitt third year at Tennessee. It didn't work out too well for them, but and then Jimbo his third season at A&M. So you're playing these more that's had a couple years to put their stamp on the program. Pittman, first year coach, is just coming out and battling everybody. And I hate that he's not going to be there in person Saturday, but I just think the team's not going to be scared to go, and it's just not. I mean, Mullen, look at his goofy face. I mean, you just can't. It's not like Saban, who just he doesn't smile, so you just gotta like you're just okay, it's Saban. You just can't be. You're not scared of going to facing Dan Mullen. I mean, he's a dang good coach, man. I mean, Mississippi State had never been as good. Like he had them reach number 1 in the nation with Dak Prescott and that team. So, but I don't know. I just don't feel like it's a. It's not like a Steve Spurrier Florida team. You know what I mean? Like that kind of when Urban Meyer had this couple of years with Tebow.
I mean, they're 6th in the nation. It's crazy,
Look, I don't think we're going to go down and win, but I agree.
They put up 1,213 points this year.
Averaging 41. I mean,
wonder how many we've put up this year.
Yeah, not that many. I think we're averaging like 24, and they're averaging like 40.
Nah.
It's
But our defense, I think, can snub that out a little bit, right? Like they're not going to average 40 against us. It's not going to happen. So if we just get our 28, we'll be good.
Yeah, and this isn't a just unstoppable Florida defense. They give up 35 to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
We made Ole Miss's offense look. 6 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
They give up 24 to South Carolina, give up 41 to A&M, 17 to Missouri, and then 28 to Georgia. So they're not like that's their strong point is definitely their offense, just the weapons they have,
mm-hmm.
and outscoring everybody. So we can score some points. It's just what does Odom do? What is the extra duties as a head coach? I mean, does it keep him from doing anything, or how different is it going to be being on the field than in the press box? But he's done it before, so it's like there's not a lot of schools that are as prepared as we would be for this situation.
Yeah. I feel like Florida's defense this year hasn't been as good as they want it to be. And, that's where we could take advantage, right? Maybe possibly getting a shootout situation, if they were able to take advantage of our defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they're giving up 29 a game. We're giving up 26.
Mm-hmm.
They give up 130, 140 yards a game rushing. That's not great. I mean, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Passing, they give up 262, so they give up quite a few. They're only +1 in the turnover margin. We're plus 8.
Okay.
So we're if we get in a shootout, maybe we can force them to make more mistakes. And take advantage. Like that's how we're going to have to get. I'm not saying we need a defensive touchdown. You know what I mean? That would be nice. That gives us a better chance to win. But just a couple turnovers, and kind of getting off the field on maybe a 3rd and long. And
mm-hmm.
if we can run the ball and just control it against them and score just out of the get go, I don't like our chance if we fall behind 13-0 time in this one as much.
Yeah, no, you don't want to fall behind in this game at all. You want to come out there with your offense clicking and try to move it up and down the field and just calling smart plays and just basically like the second half of that game we just watched. You just want to see that, right? Just come out there like you did in that third quarter and just keep the hammer down like that through the whole game, right? That's really what that's what you're looking for. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, again, we're I think 17.5 point underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not a whole lot of chance we're getting. And then our head coach is going to be at home. Sitting in his guest house with maybe his dog as company, talking to himself. You know what I mean? What kind of, I don't know why they're not allowed to have him with the phone on somebody but I think Odom's got control of it. But we're big underdogs, but I still like our chances to compete in this game, no matter what happens.
Yeah. No, I agree.
To to give us. I don't think we're going to get beat 54-0. I don't think we're going to get embarrassed.
Yeah. I mean, Trask is good. They did got a good quarterback, and they got some good running backs too. So, they do got that going for them.
Yeah. To me, that's his. Yeah, he's. I mean, Trask is definitely good. I'm not saying he's bad, but he is definitely aided by some of these. Watching, obviously, his best receiver is his tight end Pitts, and he might not even play this Saturday. And as we know, what the tight end for A&M, Texas A&M, this is a couple touchdowns is a big tall. He's the same. Like that guy had a couple touchdowns against us. Pitts is the same and even better.
So you gotta shore that up. You gotta be expecting. You gotta be like working on that hard as a coach.
I wouldn't mind him getting healthy next week and taking this game off. But I mean they've got some decent tight ends behind him. But he's a big weapon. But yeah, he's got some of those games I watched. Tony was just making all kinds of plays. He used him in the backfield. He was as the slot receiver, all kinds of touchdowns, and he's got some weapons. And
well, Davis isn't doing too bad running the ball. Grimes is out there making some wicked catches. So
yeah, I mean, just solid. So yeah, it's I mean, the average. That's why they're scoring that high. I mean, it's just. But Trask he's good at. I mean, he just doesn't make any mistakes either. You can't.
If you shut down Pitts and Tony, though, you shut down the majority of their.
Yeah, you're right.
Touchdown productions.
I think that's going to be you're taking off some guys and cuts down on their ability to have explosive plays and all kinds of really moving the ball up and down the field with those guys. But
yeah, I feel like you got to focus on taking them out of the game best you can, and then once you do that, you're looking at a very average defense or offense. Sorry, so you just gotta, you gotta figure out a way to slow them down. Man, he's gonna be out. Wow, if he's out, then you only got one to worry about. Double team him, and you're good to go, right?
Yep. Like those other guys make mistakes. We might next week be like, "Oh, this other guy touching."
Goodness gracious!
Why don't we talk about it more? Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I mean, that's gonna be interesting. Take it however I can get it.
Well, yeah, you were also talking about the Davis too. Runs of just like a lot of explosive, just leading the Grimes and like you were mentioning too, just leading in explosive plays. Just looking at it, but
and then it's got random like guys, catching TDs too, like Whitmore and Gable and Shorter and Pierce and Cooperland is just it's just like they spread it around once they get in the red zone, a lot.
Yeah, but no, you're right about that. But we're just looking at the touchdown ratio of the passing touchdowns have been thrown. 22 passing touchdowns. 6 of them were caught by Tony and 8 of them Pitts.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, that's crazy. 14 out of 22 by those two players. So if Pitts gone, man, 8 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Oh, I like her chances. But yeah, Trask only 22 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And really good with the ball. So.
Yeah, I'd like to see Trask throw a couple of interceptions in this game. Wouldn't that be nice? Have one of those where you're just picking him off or whatever, you're just failing it, the defense just in the zone. We've seen it happen this year already, so it could happen again.
Yeah, there's no reason. Just got to make we've been so good at when they have a chance to get an interception, making sure they have it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like on tips. I mean, even our defensive lineman got an interception this past game off. Watching them tip. They're obviously doing drills and working. Making sure they really attack the ball when it's theirs to get.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no reason that if we I know he's only thrown 3 interceptions, but ours is a different defense. I feel like he might throw 1 or 2 Saturday night.
Well, when you look at their defense, you notice that they got a slew of linebackers, that are just really out there, making things happen. And so, you shut them down and, you take advantage of them. You throw underneath them or over the top of them, either one, right? You got a good possibility of doing well in this game, like running the ball. This might be a good game where we run the ball well because their defensive line isn't as, stacked as I think they would like it to be. And, you just take advantage of the safeties getting over the top and running the ball and throwing it underneath the linebackers best you can.
Yeah, it seems like this defense in general is just doesn't have any mega stars, but they just get about everybody at like a lot of different players, 12 different players with sacks. Like not anybody above 2 sacks. Like just one guy you just gotta really watch out for.
Yeah.
In that, Cox Jr. does have 9 quarterback carries and leads, I guess, tackles for loss and sacks. But really, I mean, not as good. Yeah, you can run on this Florida team, and I think a lot of that too with those sacks could be a lot of those times. Florida gets the lead, and they're just with that cushion of lead, they're able to just really, come after the opposing quarterbacks and just force them into, you know what I mean? When they know the pass the ball, just sending pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, you got to be ready to take that aggressive style because that's coming. That's what you're going to see every time. He doesn't. Mullen doesn't deviate from that style of football. So
right, yeah.
But I think we can win it. I think we can beat him. You might say this is that's crazy or you're being a homer or whatever. But I think if the chips fall our way, we could definitely win this game. I think it could be like an Auburn game where you're winning at the very end, and that's kind of how you pull it out. I could also see the referees stealing it from us. I could see that happening again. It happens a lot in Florida games. We've seen that happen before. So they might give the quarterback a first down when he, clearly doesn't have it or something like that. Who knows, right? But we'll
see. Especially a Florida team that's 5th, 6th ranked in the country, that they're definitely trying to. Don't want losing to Arkansas. That's why they scheduled Arkansas as their opponent from the West year, so they'd be in prime position to make the college football playoff. So who do you think in the end they're going to give it? The great story of Pittman going in Florida. They're not even there, but Felipe Franks too coming back. Odom, interim coach, knocks off the 5th ranked team, or do you think they're going to give the call to the home team that's got a great shot at just a cakewalk until the SEC championship game against Bama? But
yeah, and look, they're playing in the SEC. They are 4-1. We got 2 losses. We only got one more loss than this team at this point. So it's very likely we hand them their second loss because they're in the SEC. They've had a great run. It ain't going to continue. Somebody's going to punch them in the mouth again because that's just how this conference works, right? Last year, coach we had last year, we would have lost every game this year, every single one. It would have been a damn embarrassment. But with this coach and this team and the guys we got, it's just totally different. It's night and day. And there's a possibility you can go out there and hand this team their second loss and make them the same record as us. And then vindicate yourself for that, Auburn situation. And you're saying, like, we really are this good, So that could happen.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
We might lose, too. We might lose. We might just get it handed to us like whenever we played Georgia. Because, if we just think about who all we've played and this team's played, right? We got stomped by Georgia and they just beat Georgia. So that's scary. And if we win, it's going to be a hard-fought, win. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy win, guys.
Yeah, no, it's
And
definitely.
it might be a loss. And if it is a loss, it's okay. Like it's a loss against the number 6 team in the nation, right? We're losing to like ranked teams.
Yeah, our goal is right now is, I mean, yeah, I'll take a win, play as hard as you can, but it's not. I'm not going to be Sunday. Well, I say that if it's a heartbreaking cheated by the ref or something like Auburn, and we lose that way to Florida, yeah, I'll be upset. But if we just give it all we got,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, against Florida, but just come up just like, well, we got a program to build. We're right there though, and then let's focus on beating LSU and Missouri.
Yep. And
And
just
then we
think
got
about it.
Bama.
And just think about it. Every team we've played that hasn't been a ranked team, right? Like, of course Georgia beat us, but then we went and beat Mississippi State. I'm not even gonna talk about Auburn. Then we went down and beat Ole Miss. Then we played Texas A&M, that's like number 5 in the nation. They beat us. Then we go play Tennessee. They're not ranked. We beat them. Like clearly, we're a good team, right? So when we play another ranked team, we have a possibility of knocking this team out because like the Texas A&M game, that was kind of close. Auburn definitely won that one in my opinion. Mississippi State, that was an easy win, and then the Georgia loss. I mean, they put it on us, but it was the first game of the year, for goodness sakes, right? Like, I don't know that they do that to us if we play them right now.
Yeah, and Fayetteville at that. Yeah, the first game of the Pittman, his first game as the head coach, and
Like, that should have been Vanderbilt.
yeah, we should.
Why wasn't that Vanderbilt? Like, what was up with that, SEC?
Why is Georgia? Why is Georgia and Bama not playing first week? Get it rocking. Look, thank
And then
goodness we
all
college
that.
football put Georgia Bama first.
Exactly. And then all that negative stuff said, right? All that negative stuff said. And then I still come back to, yeah, but Sam Pittman could win this game because he's such a good coach, man. Their play calling is really good. The way we're playing, if our defense plays the way it's supposed to, like Barry Odom wants them to. I mean, golly, like they have been playing. We got an opportunity to win too, So it's just I'm so conflicted about who to pick in this game because I want to be as realistic as possible.
Yeah, this is a team we both picked for us to lose to in the preseason. I know we were kind of saying for sure, you know, Georgia, Florida, and Bama, and then probably somebody else is gonna, you know what I mean, like an A&M probably really had a good team this year.
I think we're
But
definitely. I think we're definitely beating LSU. I think we're definitely beating Missouri,
yeah,
and we're probably going to get beat by Alabama. The question is, can we beat this, Florida team?
yeah,
That's our last chance to maybe beat a ranked team. I mean, I guess once we're down to Alabama, we beat LSU and Missouri, though. I'm going to be feeling pretty darn good. And, even if we had lost to Florida. But if we beat Florida and we beat LSU, then we beat Missouri, and we're going into Alabama, golly.
7-2, like going into their 7-2.
And they know it. They know what's up, right?
Like, dude, this ain't LSU ain't all right or ain't gonna be better. That's how bad they were.
I'll tell you.
It's Arkansas from now on.
I'll tell you what's been fun is listening to the guys after the game and like keeping that on and listening to them praise the coaches and how well Arkansas made the biggest comeback in SEC history, they said, and some of us think it might be the biggest comeback in history ever for any team just to turn it around like that. And we said it. We said it the whole time, Tim. I thought I was crazy at times, but I wasn't, man. I was right. We were right, man.
You saw what Pittman was doing with what his players said about him. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And when you get Odom and like these hires, just like some of the best, like Odom, you knew he was going to be. I mean, other SEC teams were wanting him. Like already, we hadn't even played and coached a game for us, and he wanted to be here with Pittman. So, and Browse was a pretty hot commodity in the offensive coordinator game.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, getting those guys, and you thought, hey, man, they've got a track record. And then you got Felipe coming in. You got Boyd coming back. You got some of these weapons. I mean, you knew, like, in the defense, like, again, Odom, he's going to make players like Bumper Pool and Catalan better. You know what I mean? And we're going to actually, the defensive line was getting good reviews. So it wasn't like just far fetched. Like, look, we said this is what happened the last 2 years is how many times, just like why these podcasts were like 3 hours last year because so many mistakes that just had like just like this.
You just had
that's all that you couldn't help have to kind of like you got to point them out though. You got to show them because that's people like us that like weren't just like, well, how many people, we're talking about Morris needs more time. I mean, how many people?
What the hell is that?
Where are they at now? Where's the guy that was all over the Facebook and stuff talking about like gotta get Morris more time? I can't believe people are crazy.
Said we were crazy for hiring him, and we were gonna crash the program, and like this was the worst move we could have ever made, and we were just gonna be horrible. And yeah, he disappeared off of Facebook for whatever reason. Hasn't commented or anything, so. I don't know. Maybe I should reach out. Think I should reach out to him?
See what he thinks, man. What do you think? Well, yeah, if you want to get on, I'll agree with you this time, man. If you want, but that was nice of him to listen. He might be like, "Hey, man."
Yeah. Just be like, "Hey, just what do you think about this coach?"
And hopefully he's not happy or bad. He's not one of those happy bitchers.
Well, hopefully at this point we can all just kind of get along and hang out together, and we like the same team. It's not even like we're trying to like each other's teams and they're different teams or something. Like it's the exact same. We're fans of the same team, so I think we probably have a lot more in common than we do, not when it comes to the University of Arkansas football.
Yeah, I would think so, man. It's just so much better, man. It's been just so much better in Arkansas since the Razorback football team because everybody's telling people, like, how about them Hogs, man? You know what I mean? Like, we're going to beat Florida and things. It's just like everybody's just like, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It just makes everybody, yeah, man. Like, through down times, I'll wear a Razorback jacket, you know what I mean? And stuff.
Yeah.
Or whatever, pullover. That's what I'm wearing. But
Jesus. Man, well. It's going to be
yeah.
down here at Florida. We just got hit with a hurricane, so we're all good. I mean, it wasn't much, man. It wasn't, it like sunk some boats, and I heard I saw on Facebook where some people were complaining about, how some boats got sunk in the harbor or whatever.
Yeah.
All I could just think was, man, you got to be rich to have a boat. Man, I wish I had a boat. Because the insurance is going to pay for it getting sunk, right? Like, you got insurance. Yeah. You're getting a brand new boat, man. Sorry your old one got sunk. I mean, it does suck.
So you pay that probably a nice little premium for a boat and hurricane insurance.
Sure, right?
So it's past y'all now? I mean, I'm glad open.
Oh, yeah. No, it hit, Tuesday night, I think it was, Wednesday night. And, we had some big winds. I'd say, maybe 50, 60 miles an hour winds. And, so I went out in the yard before it hit, and I picked everything up, and got all the trash and everything out of the yard. Anything that could fly off and impale somebody or something like that, Yeah. Cleared that out of the yard. And, everything went well. Yep. So, I didn't have any issues.
Probably a sunny day there today, huh?
Mm-hmm. Even my Antron 99 stayed up, so even my antenna stayed up, so it wasn't too bad. So, and then I do the emergency management radio stuff down here, so there wasn't any issues. Honestly, we had 10 people in the shelter. That's it. So they were probably homeless people.
Okay. Well, good job on you, man, for doing that.
Yeah.
Being a good person. So.
Yeah.
You deserve the Hogs to beat Florida.
Well, I just think, Florida is just a horrible, program. I went up there and I did some work with them, and I don't know. Maybe it was the coach that was there at the time. It could have been that, but I don't know. It just wasn't an enjoyable experience. Like anytime I've worked any camps or anything at college, it's always been an enjoyable experience, but it just wasn't when I went there. I don't know. Even whenever I was like recruited, when I was, taking kids up for recruiting visits and stuff like that, they always seemed like I don't know, we're kind of up in the air or whatever. Maybe a little bit like hard to talk to or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of hooty tooty, So, most of the time I told people to go on down to, Florida State or to go on over to University of South Florida, something like that, So, but I don't know. UCF's been coming up, University of Central Florida, so you got to get them in there now these days.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, a solid conference, man. So,
yeah.
Playing there.
Yeah, Florida's not my favorite school, honestly. I mean, any school that you might get your leg ripped off while you're going to class, and you'll be laying on the ground with just like a stub knee, just bleeding, and one of those dudes that you've been hanging out with, a cool guy that's got some khakis on and a frat t-shirt and has got that baseball cap on backwards, and he's kind of jogging over in his flip-flops trying to get that belt off his khakis so he can get that tourniquet on your leg. Just seems like a rough school to go to, in my opinion. I mean, they got live gators running around on campus. Alligators, man. Big ones.
Just right there beside you.
Like people size.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, those things are huge, man. Just walking through campus. It's like we don't have wild Russian boars, just all kinds of them running around, just angry and hungry. You know what I mean? You call it disrupting the campus,
Jesus.
You know what I mean? Causing damage. It's like, no, man. They just got gators there. I mean, I guess you can't really, but like they invite them in, you know what I mean? You could just any moment just not be paying attention. You know what I mean? Just
yeah. So, anyway, you got that going. So I don't like them. I don't like the program. I don't like the school. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, there's no way I'm picking us to lose to them. I mean, it just comes together, man. I mean, look.
You think this is it? We're gonna win this one?
After hearing that, I just can't. I don't care, man. What is so soon? I'm gonna pick the Hogs. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what's gonna?
Well, what do you think the score is gonna be?
I'm not saying put your life savings on it. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna go Hogs. We go down there. It's gonna have to be. I'm thinking, okay, this is. I don't usually do this, so I'm gonna go 45 to 44. 3 overtime games. 3 overtime. Hogs win.
All right, so I think we're going to go in there and take advantage of their defense also. I think that our offense is going to have a tough time, but our defense is going to be able to, hold them. So while I think we'll be able to score on their defense, I can see us just getting in our own way a little bit because we've just kind of done that this year. You know what I mean? If we figured it all out and we don't get in our way at all, we can definitely win this thing. I don't know. I think the defense holds them a lot more. I'm going 28-14 Arkansas.
I like it.
Yeah.
28-14, man. Yeah, I mean, it's going to have to be a defensive performance to win. I don't know. I feel like I'd have to be like, well, we're going to have to score them. 3 overtimes to get 44 points, but that would be that's a tough one. Man.
I agree with you, though. Like, we talked about it earlier in the podcast when we might have to get in a shootout against this team to win it. And, we'll see. We'll see. I'm just hoping our defense can pick some of their balls and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It just feels like a team that our defense matches up well against, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, when you look at all the other defenses we've played and their style of defense, the teams that we've matched up the best, Mississippi State, Auburn, and Ole Miss. Florida has very similar, Mullen has very similar style. So, I don't know. Just a thought.
No, yeah, that's a. I think we can score on them. I do. I feel like it's been encouraging to see us be able to run the ball here lately. And just kind of protect Franks and let Franks just have a huge day going down there to Gainesville where they boot them on that very place and see what they do this time and just leads us to a win. Like, how incredible would that be to them? Just ruin their national championship hopes.
Oh man, that'd be great. Well, who did we pick beginning of the year, Tim? Did we pick Florida? We picked Florida to beat us, didn't we?
Yeah, we picked Florida. I mean, yeah. I mean, they're pretty heavy favorites.
Well, if you would have, I bet we prefaced it too with something to the degree of like if we beat Mississippi State, Auburn, Ole Miss, Tennessee, then we're playing Florida. Like that sounds like something we would also be like, if we're at that point, we're definitely going to win this.
Yeah, we've got a shot to go down there. If that means, yeah.
It's just figuring in where we've came from it. It's just crazy.
Yeah, you can't we weren't going to be 0-3 and then probably rattle off 7 wins in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm still not convinced we could beat Alabama. I do think I think LSU and Auburn or Missouri we can definitely win both of those games. So, shit, I don't know.
Yeah, isn't that crazy to play Alabama after Missouri this year? And LSU, just like, wow, usually that's before both of those. And Just last game of the year playing Bama. I mean, they're not going to play the Iron Bowl, I guess.
I guess not. It's weird. I think that it's weird that I don't know. I still think we should be playing LSU after Thanksgiving. I just don't understand what happened to that. I want that switch back.
The Friday after Thanksgiving LSU game, man, it's just
put it back.
Just like
that was special, right? Like, golly.
Thanksgiving leftovers, just beating LSU, like big games too, just like
big games,
just leftover sandwiches and stuff. Just
even if you lose, it's okay because hell, it's LSU and they got a good program probably that year. When you lose to them, you rarely lose to them whenever they're, whenever they went out and they've paid all their money and they've got all those illegal recruits and everything. And they got that win, and then the next year everything falls apart like usual. That's kind of like this year.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, LSU. Yeah, we're
blowing them out of the water, man. Then you got Missouri. I hate Missouri. I hate that battle line bull crap.
Look, man. No matter if Missouri they've surprised me with beating LSU and beating somebody else, but it doesn't mean Barry Odom. I just don't go up there and Barry Odom not get revenge for them firing him up there, his alma mater. After they were decent, for Dirkwitz.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right.
Still Saturday after Thanksgiving. Yeah. And we've been losing to Missouri. Odom took it to whoever before that. Pinkel's. We got to stop that streak, man. We got to start beating Missouri again.
Yeah, we got to get out
so
there.
Even if we, sorry, Chad. I was about to say, Yeah, even losing this game is the thing about it. Like we still got a chance to be 5-5.
Oh yeah,
Not including the Auburn game. You know what I mean? That's a bowl game. I mean,
because you said they waived the win things. So you think 5 wins would do it? You think if you get 5 wins, we get a bowl game?
If you're healthy enough to play, man, I'm sure it will be in the SEC. Like, it's crazy, man. But if you're a 5-win Arkansas team, why would they not want to put you in a bowl ahead of? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I think we're going to at least be a 5-win. At least. I think I feel like we're going to be a 6-win team, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not even counting the Auburn. Like, with that stupid ass Auburn loss.
That's what it says on the record books.
You get the one Florida upset. You beat the hell out of LSU and Missouri. And you seal the deal. You go in Alabama and you punch them in the mouth as hard as you can. You probably lose it, but you play them a hell of a lot harder than anybody ever thought you were going to.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's saying, like, wow, look what he did to Saban, you know, just gave him hell that game. You know what I mean?
What if you beat Florida, LSU, Missouri, and you just stomp Alabama, and your defense holds them and then shuts them out?
Oh, wow.
You get like a field goal. It's just like a defensive game. You've seen Alabama do that. Like, Saban will do that. He will get in that defensive struggle with you.
Well, it's also probably going to be like December 5th in Fayetteville. So you never know, like, that could be some nice 36-degree, like, frozen rain just all game, you know what I mean? I mean, that's not going to be a 52-48 type game.
Yeah, what if the ground's iced over?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of chances for snow games and games like that. We're going to see some good see a 3-0 game.
I hope it snows. I want to see a snowy game. That's what I'd like to see. That'd be cool as hell.
Don't feel like Fayetteville's had too big of a shot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really had much snow up here, but you never know. December, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be a good time for it. Good time for it.
Who do you think would be ready for it more, us or Bama? You know what I mean? Those kids are they're from all over, but
I don't know. They're down there in Alabama. You know, it don't get that cold. They're not up in the mountains. They don't understand that type of wind chill factor. And I'll tell you what, man, that's a tough game. That's a tough game to be in. So, I've been in some cold games, man. But by far the coldest I ever been in was the damn Liberty Bowl. Whew.
Against East Carolina.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude. Anyway, I don't know, man. We'll see. It's a possibility. It's a possibility we win them all, and we go and maybe play for. You think we play for a championship? We win every game, all the way out. You know we'd be saying that if we're talking about basketball right now. So you got to say that for football. You got to think about the possibility. If we win the rest of these games, Florida, LSU, Missouri, and Alabama, do we play? Will they put us in a national championship game?
Well, wouldn't they put us at the 4th seed of the playoff? Like Bama's not going to have as many losses as we do, but they're going to be like, well, that Auburn game was Arkansas's. And they beat Alabama and Florida. How at the end of the season, like how could you not put them in at the 4th spot? You know?
I'd take a 4 seed. I'd take a 4 seed in a heartbeat.
And then Florida or Alabama's going to lose in the SEC title game because they'll be playing each other. So they get a loss while we're sitting back resting our players.
Mm-hmm.
And what are they going to say? You know what I mean? Like 8-2 Arkansas or 8-2 Florida, who lost to Arkansas at home.
Yeah.
8-2, or you know what I mean? 8-2 Bama. Oh man, yeah, that's the Homer podcast.
Well, I mean, it's just fun to think about the possibility, right? There's nothing wrong with that because it could still happen. This is weird.
It's probably not gonna
Look at all the weird stuff that's happened this year. All the weird
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Just all the 2020. All the weird, crazy shit that's happened. Arkansas could win the last 4 games and go to a national championship.
Hell yeah.
The Rays could go to the damn World Series and just crap the bed. The Lightning could win it all. And Tom Brady could be amazing in some games and horrible in others. with no damn apparent reason why.
That's also, I mean, that's another reason 2020 is weird, man. Brady's playing for the Bucks, you know, not the Patriots suck, which I really like. The Patriots being terrible. That is nice. But,
yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, there's no reason not to think about it until we lose these games. Why not? I mean, believe in the players and the coaches. I mean, they make me feel like it. Like their attitude when they go to play and coach and stuff, man. Their attitude, just watching them and hearing them.
Hey, y'all think we're fired up now? Wait till we beat the number 6 team in the nation and come back and listen to what we got to say. We're going into LSU.
Ooh-wee.
It's going to be bad. We're going to make fun of them. We're going to pick on them. There's going to be corn dog references.
Oh, yeah. That's like an 11 a.m. game, too.
We'll have to bring the wood on that one, Tim.
Yep.
Woo.
That'll be good.
11 a.m. Fayetteville game. It's a little nippy outside. November. Man, that'd be a pretty fun. That'd be a pretty fun game to be at, honestly.
It would be. I wish I could like float through the stadium. You know what I mean? Like on a hot air balloon, and not like bother anybody.
That'd be cool.
It's like get different points of view on it.
I'd like to get one of those little private rooms, man. When those sit up there with a drink and a chair, kick back, put my boots on the windowsill.
Just stand like and that like early, yeah, in November, early morning, yeah, man. I mean, last time, yeah, it's always pretty chilly on November mornings.
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely.
LSU be just fired up to play that game. You know what I mean? They've got all these COVID problems going down right now. Alabama, she's canceled this weekend, and then they're going to be excited to come off and then go to Arkansas play an 11 a.m. game where it's 40 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's going to be something else.
I can't wait.
I can't either.
Wait. As long as they got the COVID problem figured out, and I don't want them giving Arkansas.
Well, I guess we should shoot over. I guess we should get off this. I mean, we did watch the red-white game. I don't know why we're just continually harping on this Arkansas football national championship fantasy. It was fun to think about, though.
Yeah, it was.
Well, red team tore them up, 103-67.
Yeah, it was a pretty wild game. Kind of getting used to new players, and it's a lot to kind of take in, man. I didn't learn all these new guys, but it's exciting, man. A lot of guys showing they can score, man. But yeah, kind of a whip up by the red team.
Yeah. Well, you had Seals back, and he looked good. And who was that number? What was it? Number 1, right? Hit the 9 3-pointers. He was just out there draining them.
Yeah, he looked good. When they're hitting the threes, they look good. When they're really missing, man. Like there's a point where Vano took like 4 in a row and just missed, or like made like 1 out of 5. It's like, man, if you're gonna take them, you gotta make 3 out of 5, bud. You know what I mean? I thought he worked on his hook shots.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these guys, but when they're hitting, man, like I mean, that's it was a shortened game, so they're playing 8-minute quarters, so you got like 4 minutes less in the game, and for a team to score 100. I kind of like that. Whatever that, you might just make that. I don't know what the split was. I don't think that was like the starting lineup, but you might want to think about making that the starting lineup. Hell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was good. It's just kind of I think that's kind of why the schedule's soft. Kind of get a lot of new faces. You got the number 5 recruiting class combined with however many couple grad transfers, and So
Hmm.
it looked good though. I'm glad that this is the first time. I mean, when's the last time we talked about this for years? Like televise the red white game, and they did it this year. So
It was nice, and we watched it. It was nice.
yeah, I really appreciate that. I can't wait to watch it again.
We held the podcast off till later so we could sit back and watch the game, and it was well worth it. I enjoyed it. Like you said, a lot of new guys out there, and you know they they did well. I thought it was interesting. I guess there was a dunk contest. I guess they said Devontae Davis won the dunk contest, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's just pretty. I like that too, and
I never know how to feel about these red white games.
and I don't think you're supposed to, man, because you're not supposed to buy because then it's not like you've got to see them play a different team because
Hmm.
you're not like playing your starting, you're not doing your rotation, so you don't know like, you know what I mean?
It felt more like a, I don't know. It just didn't feel like a Musselman offense from either side. It just felt like kind of street ball or something like you was at the hyper watching a game or something. That's kind of how I felt. It didn't feel we didn't feel as orchestrated and organized as it normally does. As far as
Yeah.
like the fluidity of it.
Yeah, I think you've definitely seen, and they've been practicing on it. So I think I would agree with you. You definitely tell they look early season, and I think the first quarter especially. I
Hmm.
think you saw later on, kind of both teams started getting some better offensive looks and knocking down shots, and
Yeah.
but a lot of turnovers, just sloppy plays, and not as hard defense. Musselman's having to, he's talking on the thing or whatever. I mean, if it's not a serious game if he's doing these media, with the broadcast team during the game, but he's
Yeah.
letting other. It's just that's what a lot of coaches do that. Let the assistant coaches, he's watching, but
Yeah.
he's having to yell to notate to get back on defense and kind of so. Like a lot of these things, you're gonna have to. You didn't see that. What's the defense going to look like when everybody's really bear down on another team? But I like
Yeah.
I mean, guys that can score. Moses Moody was um, impressive. Anote coming in and Seals played. Seals is going to start. He's going to be the leader. He just looked good as always, forcing turnovers,
Hmm.
um, driving to the basket, the lefty. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I'm glad he's back and his hustle, and he's always hustling, for loose balls. And good to see. It's good to see Razorback basketball back. I feel like it kind of, even though they should be playing regular season games by this time, it feels like it kind of caught up to me.
Hmm.
Um, it's kind of just like wow, bonus, Razorback basketball started.
Yeah. It was nice to see that Smith kid from Indiana get out there and,
Mm-hmm,
you know,
mm-hmm.
get some time in too. So it was
Yeah, I
kind of
think
you can kind of see what like he brings to the table, what he has to offer. So
yeah, and he was 9 out of 11. This team's last year, what we didn't have a guy above. Ethan Henderson was 6'8", but everybody else was kind of 6'6". Adriel Bailey at 6'6" was playing center.
hmm.
And this year, we've got 7'3" Van Over, you got 6'10" Williams, and um, Smith is supposed to be 6'7", and all kinds of guys that are a lot bigger. The height and the wingspan are huge this year.
Hmm. And then Moody came in there and like contributed also.
Yeah,
18
Moody looked
points.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moody looked good, man. He's pretty. There's reason he's a pretty good stud coming in. But he looks smooth and for a freshman. A lot of freshmen. It's a crazy team, man. It's just like a
Hmm.
freshman mess.
Didn't they say like Moody was like I don't know. It was some. I don't. They said something about his high school team or something about the accolades that they had, gathered or something. I heard the announcers mention it. I can't remember exactly what it was. I thought maybe you heard it too.
I don't know, but he won a lot in high school and went off to. He's from Arkansas prep school, but he was on one of like the best academy teams.
Mm.
But I think probably won a championship. But I think in the AAE ball stuff too, he was winning. He's won. He's been a
Okay.
winner wherever, and he's been really good.
So just all over everywhere. So that's
Yeah,
good
he
to
just
have him.
I mean, just a 6'6" guy that can do everything. Can shoot and Just athletic, you can tell. But
Just is he
yeah,
going to be
fresh-
strong enough as a freshman,
yeah,
to
oh yeah, exactly.
play
Yeah, I
down
mean,
low? That's the biggest thing, right?
no, he won't be playing down. I mean, he'll be taking it to the rack, man. But at 6'6", he's I'm sure the perimeter, but he's running, and the team looks like they're running at least. I like to see when they push the ball and aggressive.
Wait till next year when the strength coaches get a hold of him.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, it's all. I mean, it's always different. What, like a year? I mean, they were just in high school time last year.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
yeah,
I'm
high school.
excited. I'm excited. I like basketball. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fun. So I was surprised they had fans and stuff in there. I thought it might be more like the NBA without the fans and everything, but I guess we're just doing whatever.
Yeah, they had students only, I guess, for the red white game. But yeah, they were.
So Pittman got COVID. Did the second test come back positive also? I remember they said they were doing a second test to confirm.
Yeah, he's not coaching. Yeah, he's not. He's not going to be down there.
So he definitely got it.
Yeah, he definitely got it.
I hope he didn't get it from when they ran over there and, you know, swayed in front of the fans and the fans screamed at him and stuff and yelled and they
Oh,
danced together.
I
Hope that,
mean, I
that
think.
didn't transfer into the locker room.
Oh, yeah, man. Well,
I'm just saying.
yeah. Oh no, yeah, man. I mean, post game celebration. I'm telling. I mean, it's an amazing thing that nobody else has tested positive, but I'm glad. I don't know what Pittman
Goodness
did.
gracious. I don't know. I feel bad for it
Yeah.
even happening. I just want everybody to be as safe as we possibly can, man. Just remember this thing is damn raging. Wear a mask. Stay the hell away from other people.
Wash your damn hands.
Wash your
Dude,
hands. Stay home if you can, man. Seriously. Even if you go to the game, man, stay the hell away from people, dude. Just for everybody's sake, man.
yeah. Yeah, the basketball ones, the indoors kind of scares. That's just crazy. The COVID's crazy out of control right now. But I'm glad we at least got to. I mean, it was. I could deal with. I'm not going to go to a basketball game. I'm going to miss Bud Walton, but it's crazy, man.
Man. Yeah.
I can watch these games without fans. You know what I mean? Like they do the
Mm-hmm.
virtual fan thing on the thing. That's fine with me on the big screen.
Yeah.
I'd be a virtual fan. That'd be cool. Make some noise and stuff.
I'd do that. I'd do that.
You suck, Kentucky. You know what I mean?
I know a couple of folks that got to do it for the Lightning. Work with a couple
Oh,
of
that's
them.
awesome.
Yeah, for the
That's
Stanley
awesome.
Cup win. So I thought
Dude,
that was
yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's it.
Well, do you want to talk about these picks we made, or
Well,
or
let's get to those.
we didn't talk about special teams at all?
You run that down. I'm gonna get these.
I'm not looking that up.
I'm gonna get these scores. I'm not SEC, but got thrown off by basketball.
Who's Notre Dame played this year? Seriously,
Clemson,
they ain't in a conference, are they?
they're in the ACC, man. They just played Clemson. They didn't have Trevor Lawrence, of course.
Are they playing all ACC games?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think they're playing anybody.
I mean, that don't seem fair at all, does it? Boston College? What in the world? Man, be a good year to be a Notre Dame fan, wouldn't it?
Isn't that crazy? Like, there's a lot of people that is when they start winning. Where'd you come from? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just wonder what the.
Riveting. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get these picks.
You're adjusting the count over there, aren't you?
What?
Adjusting the
No,
count,
I'm trying
adding
to
to it and stuff.
No, I'm trying to figure it out for the first time. I got caught off guard, man. Sorry, I let everybody down. Everybody's turned it off by now, so I don't know who I'm apologizing to. Wow, good pick, Chad. No, I don't think you did. You might have done bad, but I did.
I did real bad.
I did worse. Okay, I'll see you.
Oh, good.
I went 7-10, so you're good, man.
Wait,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You went 8 and 9.
that's not bad. I'll
Oh,
take
that's
that.
not bad. Goodness gracious. I fell further behind, man.
Well, just gotta keep rolling forward with it.
I'm just going to say I lost the records. All right, here we go. So I'm 73 and 58.
Mm-hmm.
You're 79.
Still close, though. Still close. It's still anybody's game. At any week, any week could flip this thing, man.
Well, I mean, it seems like a couple conferences just started playing, so when does it end?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. You ready for this week's picks? What do you think?
Let's do some picks. Let's pick some teams.
Let's pick some teams. It's our good theme song.
I'm all excited about picking teams. I was like, well, we'll just try it out earlier in the year. And I'm like,
you're like, oh, everybody does that. It is true.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a really good addition to the podcast, honestly. I enjoy the heck out of it.
Get to talk about some other teams, you know. Florida Atlantic at Florida International.
FAU at Florida International.
FIU. Or FAU at FIU.
Yeah, FAU at FIU. I'm going Florida Atlantic. I think the Owls going to pull this one out.
I'll go FIU. You
got the Panthers, right?
Yeah, that's the Panthers for sure.
Goodness gracious. They had a rough run of things there for a while. Oh, they got Butch. That's right. No, I forgot about that. What's this? How many years has he been there now?
He's been there. He beat. I think it was last year. He beat Miami. I mean, so that's pretty good.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
You're the neighboring school that you're trying to help build the program. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
How about Iowa at Minnesota?
Iowa at Minnesota. Let's go Cyclones.
All right, I'll go Minnesota there. How about Miami at Virginia Tech? That's pretty good.
Miami.
Okay. I'm going to go Miami too. Just because Virginia Tech let themselves lose to Liberty.
Miami's got a good team this year. They do.
Yeah, they got a really good quarterback, Garrett King. How about Indiana at Michigan State?
Indiana.
Yeah, I want to go Indiana too. Indiana's pretty good this year. How about Army at Tulane?
Army at Tulane. I'm going to go Tulane on this.
I will too.
They've been doing pretty good this year.
Yeah, Willie Fritz, man, it's pretty good.
Yeah, he ain't bad at all.
Wow. Oh man, Army's 6-1 versus 4-4 Tulane. Tulane's played 8 games. That's pretty impressive. That's a congratulations, Tulane.
Already played 8. Huh? Goodness.
Army is good though. How about
Tulane's gonna do it though. Big Easy. They're gonna have some beignets, some coffee, a couple of Hurricanes. Eat a big breakfast and just go down there and tear them up, and go grab some po' boys after.
Heck yeah. We should treat the cadets, treat the Army cadets just some po' boys too.
Yeah, everybody's getting po'
We hate
boys.
to kick your ass, but po' boys for everybody. All right, let's go. Vanderbilt at Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah, I'll go Kentucky.
Oh,
Gosh,
Bobby.
wow.
Oh,
Man.
Bobby.
What an awful game that is.
It really is a trash game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I like those teams a little bit, and I hate to have to say that, but they are.
Notre Dame at Boston College.
Notre Dame at Boston College. Notre Dame.
That's a better pick, but I'm hoping Notre Dame just after beating.
Did you say you're going with Boston College?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Boston College is 5-3, man. They're not bad.
Okay, let's see that
I
up.
hope Notre Dame falls flat after beating Clemson.
Just implodes. You just want to see Ohio State in the number 2 spot, right?
Oh, no. I want them to lose, too, though. You're right, man. I guess I just don't like any such the really small teams. Nobody in the big conferences.
Ohio State's
put
only
Tulane in there. How about that?
Ohio State's only played 3 games. They are way ranked up, way too damn high.
Yeah, they didn't play this weekend.
They need to be like in the 5 or 6 mark down there.
Chad. What if they go 5-0? Impressive wins, and then Arkansas goes 5-5. We're all, look, man, we got just as many wins as Ohio State. Better wins too. Name who who have they beaten that's better than our 5?
Golly, that'd be tough.
And just be like, can you put Ohio State in? Well, they haven't lost, yeah, but who have they beat? You know what I mean? They would have played Florida and Georgia. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see Ohio State get a loss or 2. It'd be nice if all these guys got 2 losses, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I like everybody just be a cluster. Change to 8 teams because of the pandemic and the playoff to 8 teams and get us in there.
That way we can see BYU get it handed to them. Who wouldn't want to see that? And Cincinnati. Just get demolished by a really good Alabama. Who wouldn't want to see that?
Yeah. Let them have their shot, though. Then put,
Yeah, hey, what the hell? What if they get lucky? Every, 10, 15 years, one of those teams are going to get lucky and win it all. And that'll be fun to watch. That'll be fun.
Heck yeah.
When you're like, I can't believe Coastal Carolina won the national championship this year. They were ranked 15th halfway through the year. Next thing you knew, they got to the number 8 spot, won the whole damn thing.
Wow. Just knock off Bama. First round. Can you believe that?
just tear them up. Just come out, just score like crazy.
We got to play Ohio State and we get revenge. We got to play them down at the Sugar. Get revenge for 10 years ago. You know what I mean? I don't know. How about USC at Arizona? That one.
USC at Arizona. Let's go with Arizona on that one.
Okay. I'm going to go USC. I like the Arizona pick.
Sun Devils.
How about Hawaii at San Diego State? That's a good one.
Hawaii at San Diego. Man. I'm going to go Hawaii. I'm going to go with the Rainbow Warriors on that one.
Yeah, I'll go with Rainbow Warriors as well. San Diego State's pretty good this year. We'll see.
If we got to play Hawaii in some sort of Hawaiian Bowl, that'd be kind of cool. Some bowl game like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the 7th win comes from.
I would take that. Golly, man, I don't know. So many games, I don't really know. I just random ones. Florida State at NC State. Well, that's terrible.
Ah, man, I
I'll go
think
with
Florida State's gonna get out of the rut on that one. Then I don't know. Should I do that? I probably shouldn't. I've been going with NC State all year, haven't I? Jesus, no, I'm going with Florida State. I think they'll win this.
Florida. All right, I'll go NC State. South Carolina at Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah, they'll beat South Carolina. That team's horrible.
That's it. California at Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Yeah.
I think Herm's gonna do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he almost knocked off USC last week. But then we've had, so that pretty much wraps kind of a lot of it up.
Wraps it up.
You had Alabama LSU postponed, Ohio State Maryland canceled, Texas A&M Tennessee postponed, Georgia Missouri postponed, Auburn Mississippi State postponed, Rice Memphis Navy Air Force Wyoming. It's just so many games.
Those games being canceled?
Some of them.
Holy moly.
Wow.
I didn't realize that many games have been canceled. That's crazy. Better get to the point where why the heck are you playing, you know?
It's for Arkansas to win though, man. Hope Pittman's okay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hope everything's all right.
I hope so also. I'm sure it is. I'm sure he'll be fine. You just never know with this stupid virus, so, you know, you can just get it anybody, and I don't know. You just gotta have good thoughts, man. That's all I can say. Until bad shit starts happening, you gotta have good thoughts.
Yeah, he's got it. He'll beat it. I'm excited for him to beat it, man, and get us some wins to finish the season. What a wild season this is. So I hope he's okay. Well,
yeah, me too. Well, we'll be following it all along. So I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess that's about all I got.
That's pretty good. Pretty good podcast. Better after a win, isn't it?
It feels like. Look, think about last year. All right, just real quick before we end this damn podcast. Let me just say this to everybody out there. If you're not appreciative of what you have right now, after what you had last year, with what Sam Pittman's done for the program, with what Barry Odom's done with the program, Kendall Brawls, what he's done for the program, our quarterback, Felipe, has done for the program. All the players, really, every single one of the players, what they have done, and just their ability to be able to come back in such a dominant way that, you know, we always had faith and knew this could happen. And they come back in this, you know, this dominant way. If you don't have an outlook of positivity right now towards the Razorbacks, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Because, like, if you're a fan right now, you should be excited. You know, every fan I've talked to has been. So maybe there's not, you know, I don't think there's a lot out there that's not. But we haven't run across it. We haven't got an email or anything like that. But you should be, you know, appreciative of the football program that you have right now. It's night and day from what we did.
Yeah, I'm sure I am. I'm happy. I am real happy. The effort is just great from the teams in all these games, and Pittman's been a calm presence on the sideline. You know what I mean? But, you know, I love listening to his press conferences and getting me hyped up, man, because he knows what he's talking about. It's just good to listen to. And, today he said he hates the front-facing hog, and I do too, man. So I'm glad we're going to get rid of that. Get
I
some
don't
new
like
hog
that
stuff.
thing. I don't like it. I got like one hat with it because somebody bought it for me,
Yeah.
and I wear it, but it's not my favorite one.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy, man. But I'll probably buy some of that stuff on clearance, If it's like dry fit, just like,
I get a couple sweatshirts, I guess. Yeah.
Go Hogs, man. Wow, it's exciting. Wow, it's exciting.
Woo pig suey.